Hi, my name is Michael Brook. I live in Victoria, British Columbia. I'm now retired after 4 decades of positions in the post-secondary education and in the corporate world. I've lived in 4 countries and I have advanced degrees from University of Toronto and Cambridge. I call myself an adult educator by profession. I'm now happily totally involved in internet businesses. While I'm not an overnight success like a lot of my colleagues, I have had 5 years of experience in the trenches and have learnt a thing or two which I would like to share with you. Starting in the murky world of internet businesses is definitely a challenge, and don't let anyone tell you it isn't, especially salesmen who are trying to make a quick buck out of you. And incidentally, take their statistics with a grain of salt. They'll probably want to tell you they've made $20,000 in the last 2 days. That really happens, and most of them are full of it. There are so many programs out there that it is confusing for a novice to know where to begin. My advice to the novice is to do your due diligence and do your research and follow the advice of the leaders who you grow to respect. They're certainly out there. The ones who are sincere, unglitzy, and clearly successful in their field. You should also join Facebook and see what other people are saying about the business that interests you. Do a Google search. Go to the blogs. There are, of course, a lot of naysayers who don't like anything, probably because they're a failure in everything that they touch. So you don't want to be influenced by them. You have to be your own person, not pushed around by salesmen, naysayers, spouses, brothers and sisters, or anyone else. Go to where you feel a natural attraction of good leadership and skill on the internet, and look for programs that are heavy into training, especially market skill training. There's been a definite shift away from buying leads and beating the hell out of them until they fall dead at your feet and no one's bought in. This is now passé. The law of attraction now prevails. I don't have time to go into the details of this now, but you should read and look at what Mike Dillard, D-I-L-L-A-R-D, has to say about the law of attraction, as he is definitely the acknowledged expert in this area. And you don't have to spend a fortune in marketing to be successful. For instance, join Facebook, MySpace, and YouTube, all of which are free, and just focus on those 3, and you will, and could, if you work hard at it, make a fortune for yourself. Look, for example, at http://www.trainingworksinc.com and see what Norbert and Brian have to say about these 3 social networks. They have a site called MLM Leads System, which is an excellent program which gives you more details. Norbert and Brian, incidentally, are top earners in another company which we'll come to called Wealth Masters. A further business that you should certainly look at and is tied into Wealth Masters is called Carbon Copy Pro. It is really the marketing arm of Wealth Masters. Aaron and Jay, the developers and owners, are also Wealth Masters top earners and have developed this remarkable marketing program called Carbon Copy Pro, which has already created a host of newly minted millionaires. They claim that by 2012 they will have developed or made 100 millionaires. The website here is www.c, as in cat, copypro.com. And by the way, as you're going through the internet, don't get caught up on all the glitzy stuff and tempting stuff that you would like to buy and which they want you to buy. You don't really need them, and they're just using them as a way, using them to make more money for themselves. Just stick to what your trainers, what the business that you've got involved in tells you to do, and you'll be just fine. The bottom line is this: if the product is good and well presented by good leaders, you will automatically be attracted to them. Remember the maxim: good stuff attracts, noise and glitz repels. And listen to the conference calls of these businesses, where you can get a great understanding of the philosophy and the feel of these businesses and their leaders, and ask questions when the question period comes around. I would suggest that you don't go for the young macho boys sitting on the end of their Maserati and claiming that they are the internet leaders. The real leaders don't need any props other than their own intelligence and their brains. What they say and what they feel about them is what is important. Okay, good luck. Follow the golden businesses and you will get your pound of gold in the end. Good night.